Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nama saya Febri Valentino dari instalasi 3. Ingin menceritakan tentang Sangkuriang dengan menggunakan bahasa. Once upon a time in a prosperous kingdom called Parayangan, there lived a beautiful princess named Dayang Sumbi who loved weaving. One day, Dayang Sumbi was weaving on the terrace of the palace. For some reason that day, she felt a little dizzy and weak. The span yarn kept falling. Dayang Sumbi became too lazy to pick it up as the span yarn fell. Dayang Sumbi started to get annoyed. Then she said, "Whoever picks up this span yarn for me, I swear I will take him as my husband." When Dayang Sumbi realized that the yarn had been picked up, she gets confused on who had done it. "Who picked up this yarn for me? There are no people here." Dayang Sumbi was very surprised to find that the one who picked up the yarn was Tumang, a royal dog who was famous for being loyal and powerful. "I am the one who took it for you, Dayang Sumbi." "What? Are you Tumang? That means you will be my husband." Dayang Sumbi cannot revoke her oath, so she married Tumang. As a result of their marriage, Dayang Sumbi gave birth to a baby boy named Sangkuriang. Tumang told Dayang Sumbi not to tell Sangkuriang that Tumang was his father. Dayang Sumbi, "Please don't tell our child that I am his father." "Okay, Tumang, I will not tell him." Sangkuriang grew to be a healthy, agile, and intelligent boy. Tumang always followed Sangkuriang wherever he went and taught him all the magic he knew. "Come on, Tumang, kiss me, ha ha ha." "Yes, Sangkuriang, I will kiss you, ha 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 ha." Sangkuriang thought Tumang was just a pet. He did not know that Tumang was his father. One day, Dayang Sumbi asked Sangkuriang to go hunting to get food for a party in the palace. Sangkuriang may chill go hunt in the forest with Tumang. "We need meat for the party." "Yes, mother, I will definitely bring back to the forest." Sangkuriang went to the forest accompanied by Tumang. Unfortunately, when night fell, he still had not found any success. Annoyed, Sangkuriang killed Tumang and handed over his meat for the palace party. Dayang Sumbi did not know if it was Tumang's meat. She thought it was meat from the hunt. "Mother, this is what I got from the hunt for the palace party later." "Wow, thank you, my child." After the party was over, Dayang Sumbi asked the whereabouts of Tumang what had not been seen at the palace party. "My son, do you see Tumang? I've been looking everywhere, but he's nowhere to be seen." Finally, Sangkuriang admitted what he had done. I will. Mother, Ivy killed him, and the meat I gave to you, it is meat. What? Why did you that Sangkuriang? Dayang Sumbi could not hold back her anger. She hit Sangkuriang in his forehead, leaving a deep wound. Forgive me, Mom. Forgive me. Please, please forgive me. Because of what she had done to Sangkuriang, Dayang Sumbi was expelled from the palace by the king. No matter what he had done, Sangkuriang was the heir to the throne and the future king. No one can hate him. Dayang Sumbi left the palace. As time passed, Sangkuriang grew into a handsome, powerful, and respected young man. One day, he went hunting in the forest. He was pleasantly surprised when he came across a girl. Who is that girl? She is so beautiful. Sangkuriang did not know that the woman was Dayang Sumbi, his mother. She also did not recognize him. They fell in love with each other, and Sangkuriang did not take long to propose to Dayang Sumbi. Dayang Sumbi accepted the proposal. She still did not know it was Sangkuriang who had grown up. All right, I am willing to be your wife. You are an handsome young man. However, before their wedding day, Dayang Sumbi noticed the scar on Sangkuriang's forehead that was precisely the same as her facial height. Oh my god, this young man is my son, Sangkuriang. The scar on his forehead is still there. He is indeed my child. Dayang Sumbi immediately looked for a reason to cancel his marriage to Sangkuriang. Sangkuriang, you can marry me as long as you can fulfill my request. What is your request, oh beautiful girl? Dayang Sumbi bet thought long and hard to come up with a request that Sangkuriang could never fulfill. I want you to turn the valley into a dam and make a boat to cross the water. It must be finished before dawn. Dayang Sumbi's request was difficult, but Sangkuriang did not want to lose Dayang Sumbi. Okay, I'll make all your requests come true. Sangkuriang harnessed all his magic powers. He invited spirits and jinn to help him. This power had been taught to him by Tumang, his father. They then worked overnight, blocking rivers and plugging springs with mud and soil. Finally, I can finish this dam. When everything had been, Sangkuriang went to cut down a giant tree and began to make a hog boat. Now, all we have to do is make a big boat to cross the water. I can do it. Dayang Sumbi began to get nervous because Sangkuriang had almost finished the text, and dawn was still far off. Oh no, I have to stop Sangkuriang before dawn. Dayang Sumbi prayed earnestly to God that Sangkuriang would fail. Oh God, how can I marry my own child? It is impossible. Please make the dawn so that all the spirit left and no one helps Sangkuriang to complete the boat. A miracle occurred and the sun rose early. Is it morning already? I have not finished. Sangkuriang was very angry when he found out he had been cheated. Who are you? Tell me the truth. You followed me. How could you? Dayang Sumbi cried out Sangkuriang's words. How can I marry you, my son? Actually, I am Dayang Sumbi, your real mother. Sangkuriang did not believe what he was hearing. He was angry. Impossible, I don't believe you. Impossible, no. I am your mother, Sangkuriang, your real mother. Then Sangkuriang kicked the boat, which flew far away. The boat came to rest upside down and turned into a mountain which is now known as Tangkuban Perahu Mountain. The end. Sekian cerita dari saya.